This is Feed Your Mind. And so there was this artist, this up and coming artist that recently passed. His name was Goonew. And there's some disturbing footage of this rapper. He had already passed away, but they have him on stage propped up like he's standing and looking down on the crowd. It's like a concert going on. I guess they were playing his music and honoring him. Like that was kind of, I guess his family had came on later. Well, his mom and I think his sister or something had done an interview after the backlash and said that was his wishes, like he wanted to go out like that. I think 2 Chainz had made a song saying like when he dies, bury him in a Gucci suit and kind of have a party with it. I think Tupac had also said something like that. And so that's what they wanted. I guess they're saying like they wanted to go out like that. So this deceased rapper Goonew was propped up on stage and they threw a concert for him as his memorial, but with his real lifeless body standing on stage, propped up like he was looking down on people. And it was just like, wow, like the footage is very disturbing to me personally, because I don't know, it's just like, that's just how I feel about it. It's kind of difficult to watch, actually. I'm gonna link you in. I'll leave a link in the comment section and the description box so you can check it out. So you can check out the footage from the concert. But there's a clip that came out. I'll also leave a link to the interview with the mother, who I believe that was his mother, who was saying like, hey, you guys are all saying it's disturbing, but that's what he wanted. They're like defending the concert. And so I personally found it very disturbing. I mean, even like open casket, I don't know if a lot of you guys have experienced open casket. I mean, some people do that, I guess, but now they're taking it another level where they're actually like taking the body out of the casket and propping them up. So I covered this before in another video where 3-6 Mafia, they had a member that passed that went by the name of Lord Infamous. And when I was covering the information about that group, I had mentioned how there was rumors that 3-6 Mafia had taken Lord Infamous' dead body on stage with them in a casket, and there'd be a moment where they said they would prop Lord Infamous' body up from his casket with some type of machine equipment to make it look like he had popped up out of the casket, and then they had his real body there in the casket though, and they had him prop up when his verse came on, like he was singing while he was rapping from his casket. And I think there was an interview to confirm that, because I believe Lord Infamous was DJ Paul's like relative. He was like his cousin or something. So DJ Paul had an interview with Vlad. I think that's where he had confirmed that they actually did take his body on tour with them. I think Gangsta Boo might have confirmed that as well in the interview. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's like, it seems to be a thing. I mean, like even with Michael Jackson, I think it was like a while before they had his actual burial. It was almost like that casket was around for a while. It seems like, I'm not sure though. Also James Brown, I think it seemed like it was a while, and they still had that casket like above ground. I even heard some things about Whitney Houston, like she had passed at the Grammys or something, and it was like they had a big party downstairs while her body was upstairs, and they didn't, well, from what I heard, it doesn't seem like they removed her body out of the building until like it took a while all the celebrities were downstairs partying, from what I remember. And then it seemed like one of them had kind of I think they had, yeah, it seems like she was above ground for a while too. I think they had some type of Egyptian casket for it. It was either Whitney or Michael. And then with DMX, I mean, they were riding his casket around through New York City in the back of a pickup truck blasting DMX music after he had passed. So he was in the casket riding through the city, and those ones don't seem as disturbing as this Goonew rapper. I mean, with this Goonew rapper, I mean, him and Lord Infamous, it seems like, they really were using their bodies like after, they had passed and outside of the casket. I mean, Goonew's, I checked out some of his music. Well, didn't really check it out because it disturbed me so much, the visuals. So I just kind of just did a little research on him, and I went through his videos. It seems like he was around for about a year or two, kind of making noise. It seems like he kind of stopped making music a year ago, and then now all of a sudden he has like a new video out. I think this video probably came out after he had already passed, but he has this video that all of a sudden came out, like they said, 2 days ago as far as this recording. And his content was pretty disturbing. I mean, the names of his songs, I almost don't want to repeat them, but he has songs like Nightmares, 6 Feet, and you know what that means, like 6 feet under, right? And then he has songs like Suicidal Thoughts. One of his more recent songs was called Life, or DEATH. I don't like to say that word because I used to, I was sharing with you earlier videos how it's real important about words and stuff. Like, you don't want to speak too much stuff. That's why I almost didn't want to read off these song titles, because they are pretty dark. And dealing with DEATH, I mean, Suicidal Thoughts is like, I mean, that's just, and speaking that stuff is just, it's just not a good idea. I try to limit like listening to songs like that. Even I think movies, it's like, one of my subscribers was saying like, so you can't listen to like should they just not listen to that music at all? But from what I researched, when it's like they say like things like that would take a while to appear in your life. Like if you understand how your mind works and how the things you think about a lot can start to appear in your actual life, well, that whole concept is, they call it like manifestations or something, but it's like if you think and concentrate on things, it's like you start seeing these things, and there's something to that stuff from what I've seen in from my own experiences, like, and it's like, if you focus, you got to be careful what you're focusing on. Even Jesus has said, like, if you do something in your mind, you've already done it. Like, if you sinned with a woman in your mind, and there was a scripture where Jesus was saying, like, that's actually counts as an actual sin, even and you think you just did that in your mind, but really that's a big thing. Like, that's a serious thing. Like, people don't understand. Some people don't get it. Like, what you think about and what you listen to, all that stuff is very important. And it's like there's a barrier. They said it's like not like you're gonna necessarily hear something and then experience it. It's like that. It doesn't like necessarily work like that. Like entertainment and stuff is one thing. I mean, but you just kind of got to be mindful of what you're feeding your mind and what you're listening to. I mean, they say there's like it's not supposed to be some instant thing for the most part. Like if you hear something, it's like you're not gonna necessarily see that or experience that, but it's like you just gotta be careful. You do gotta be like aware of that type of stuff, and just probably make your own decision as far as like, because it's like you reap what you sow. It's like you plant these seeds into your minds of these things, and it's like, I think that's why the music industry is so taken over by these forces and these secret groups, because they know the influence music can have on people. You can see like last time I shared with you, I said, like, you listen, if you put on a certain type of music, it's gonna draw a certain type of crowd. So the worse the music, the more violent the music, the more violent the crowd, so there's something to all this stuff about like which it's like I don't know if it's as drastic to where you got to just say, oh, I can't listen to it at all. it's like I said, make up your own mind. I'm just giving you the information that I've came across, and you might want to limit sometimes, the intake of certain types of music, or you might not. It's up to you. But I know this guy was like the things with the rapper, like he was it's like different. I think it's a big difference when you're actually saying the words, like you actually wrote the words, and it came from like the songs he wrote, like the songs Goonew wrote. These are songs that he literally spoke and wrote down, or whatever he said. Even if he didn't write them down, he said them. Like that was really his words, and so hopefully that makes a big difference. Like it was his words, not the fan listening to the music as much. But so like I said, it's a complicated discussion. We're not gonna get all into that right now. I mean, we covered what we covered, and you can take the information and decipher the rest yourself. Whatever you feel about the information, but be careful what you say. Be careful what you think. All that stuff. So just be alert. Anyways, I'll leave a link if you want to check out Goonew, like after he had passed, how they propped his body up. I don't know. I don't really think it was a ritual or anything. I mean, it could have been actually. I don't think he was signed though. That's why I was like, it almost, the way the mom and his family has supported it, it just seems like it was his final wishes. But who knows? It could have been a ritual. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have been part of the crowd. Like if I was invited to that concert, even if it was an artist I liked and was listening to before, it's like if I knew that was a funeral and his body was going to be propped up, I would not attend the concert. That would be too much. That's too disturbing for me. I would not attend the concert. It would feel like a ritual. It doesn't feel right. Something inside of me, it alerts me, like you got to listen to that discernment sometimes. And to me, it's just like I would have serious discernment. I would not even consider attending that event. So anyways, like I said, check out the footage. Link will be in the comment section and the description box. I also leave a link if you want to sign up to my free email newsletters. That link will be in the comment section. Also, I'm accepting $1 donations to help keep this channel online, because they try to silence my video, but it's just like leave your waiter a tip of $1 or something, help keep things going over here at Feed Your Mind. I also leave links to my social media plus much more. I'm going to be over at my other channels. Make sure you subscribe to my other channels, and please like, comment, share, and all that. So thanks for tuning in. This has been Feed Your Mind signing off.